go down the back straight for the last time. Whittaker still on the outside, tries to switch to the inside, but he can't do it. Louis takes it. 2 points to Paul Whittaker and 1 point to Gary Tagg, meaning that the scores still stay level. Heat number 6, and riding in red, the winner of the first heat of the season here at Hackney, Andy Galvin, and by far and away the fastest time of the night so far. In blue is Michael Warren, and then for the Witches in white, Dean Standing, and in yellow and black is Shane Parker. So the starting marshal asking the riders to move up to the line. And a fairly crowded first bend, as is normal in Speedway, and Andy Galvin comes out of the pack in lead position, followed by the two Ipswich Witches, Shane Parker in yellow and black in second place, as Michael Warren comes off his bike, but he's safe and well back remounted, but about half lap gap between him and the race for the leading position. Andy Galvin in lead position, Shane Parker in second, and Dean Standing third. 1 1/4 laps left for Andy Galvin. Still being chased by the Ipswich reserve, Shane Parker, and the two Ipswich reserves scored very well last night at Ipswich, and obviously are going to be a very strong team this season. 3 points though to Andy Galvin, 2 points to Shane Parker, and 1 to Dean Standing. Heat number 7, and the HL1 Kestrels reserve rider in blue, Tim Corneliuson. And then we see the two Witches, Dave Norris riding in white, Alan Mogridge in yellow and black, and down there on the inside, Steve Schofield in red. So it's Steve Schofield in red, Tim Corneliuson in blue, Dave Norris in white, and Alan Mogridge in yellow and black. This is heat number 7. Corneliuson rears at the tapes, and it's Norris who gets lead position as they go down the back straight. Steve Schofield looking for an outside line, switches to the inside. Schofield once again looking for the way past Dave Norris as they go into that back straight. And Steve, an expert of the outside line on one side of the bend and the inside line on the other, but he goes right the way around the outside that time. Steve Schofield in red goes into lead position, some superb riding there. Dave Norris in white, having to be content with second place at the moment, but he's looking for a way back. Third place held by Alan Mogridge in yellow and black, with Tim Corneliuson well down in fourth position. But this race now all about Stevie Schofield, and he comes round for the checkered flag. 3 points to Steve, 2 points to Dave Norris, 1 to Alan Mogridge, and yet another 3-all. The riders coming to the line for heat number 8, and we reach the halfway stage of this 16 heat HL1 trophy. Michael Warren rides in red, and his partner in blue is Uwe Gesner. In white, Billy Lellman, and for the Witches in yellow and black, Colin White. They go into the first bend, and it's the Hackney pairing who come up with the advantage at the moment. Michael Warren in the lead, being chased hard by Billy Lellman. The two number 2s, and it's now Billy Lellman who goes into the lead. Warren goes down to second place. And what can Michael do about that? A 3-all positioning at the moment, with Uwe Gesner in third place, being challenged all the way around by Colin White. They come round once again. Michael Warren Still looking for a way past Billy Lellman. Lellman makes a bit of a mistake there. Warren comes right up close, but he can't find a way through. And as they come round the final turn, the race for the line, and it's Billy Lellman who takes it, with Michael Warren in second and Uwe Gessner in third, for another 3-all, making it 24 points apiece at this stage. The riders come up to the line for heat number 9, and in yellow down there on grid position number 3 is Shane Parker for the Witches. Alongside him on grid 2 will be Gary Tagg for the Kestrels in red. On the inside is Dean Standing in white for the Witches, and then moving right to the outside in the blue helmet colour, Paul Whittaker. The tapes go up, and it's Paul Whittaker who looks as if he was going to take the lead for a moment there. They're 2 abreast, 3 abreast, but it's going to be Shane Parker who goes into the lead on the back straight. Paul Whittaker going round the wide outside, now being overtaken on the inside by Dean Standing. Dean Standing can't find a way through though. Standing and Whittaker, as the rider in red, Gary Tagg, comes off, and the red lights come on, so he'll be assisted by the track staff. Heat number 9, the second attempt without Gary Tagg, adjudged the primary cause of the stoppage having fallen off, and it's Paul Whittaker, the sole Kestrel, who goes into lead position. And now what can the Witches do about that? Blue, of course, Paul Whittaker, in white Dean Standing, and in yellow and black Shane Parker. And Shane Parker must be regretting Gary Tagg's demise earlier on, because he was going a lot better than he is now. The rider in blue, Paul Whittaker, in the lead, being chased all the way by Dean Standing. And Paul Whittaker rides this track very, very wide. He never goes that close to the white line. It always looks as if he's leaving a lot of space on the inside, but very few people can actually get past him when he's going at speed. Paul takes the win with Dean Standing in second and Shane Parker third, and that's the 6th 3-all on the trot. So riding in yellow this time is Alan Mogridge. On the outside of Alan, Andy Galvin in red. The rider in blue that we can see there standing back from the tapes at the moment is Michael Warren, and on the inside line Dave Norris in white. So the riders sorting themselves out, 27 points apiece at the moment on tonight's leg of the HL1 trophy, and of course that means that Ipswich still 14 points ahead. So the Kestrels have got a lot of work to do, and let's see how they go with Andy Galvin leading from the front as they go into the first bend. So Andy Galvin in the lead, with Dave Norris in second and Alan Mogridge in third place at the moment. And neither team able to put in true winning performances, very evenly matched here tonight. Obviously the teams at the start of the season tend to be settling down, finding their feet. One or two of the riders maybe just a little race rusty, and therefore the odd mistakes creeping in. And as I speak, the odd mistake did creep in, because the rider in white there, Dave Norris, headed towards the safety fence, but he managed to rectify that in time. One rider who's having no problems at all, Andy Galvin, takes his third win, with Alan Mogridge in second and Dave Norris in third. The rider in blue for heat number 11, Uwe Gessner, and his partner just coming through the picture there in the red helmet colour, Stevie Schofield. For the Witches we have Chris Louis in white, Billy Lellman in yellow and black. This is heat number 11, 30 points apiece the score so far on the night, the second leg of the HL1 trophy, with Ipswich still that big 14-point difference and well, the Kestrels have really got to get a move on now if they want to put in a challenge for the HL1 trophy. Whoa, and that looked extremely painful there for Billy Lellman, but he's safe and well. We look for the other three riders coming round for the first time, and it's Steve Schofield in lead position. Second place, Chris Louis, and Uwe Gessner in third spot at the moment. The battle between Schofield and Louis. And Steve Schofield, a useful gap between him and Chris Louis as they go down the back straight. They'll have one lap to go as they go through this time. Chris Louis looks as if he's not going to be able to do very much about having second spot, and that means that we're finally going to get, after 7 3-alls, a 4-2, and it's going to be in favour of the Kestrels. Steve Schofield scores 3 points, 2 points to Chris Louis and 1 point to Uwe Gessner, with Billy Lellman having come off very spectacularly at the start. Heat number 12, and in white will be Dean Standing. His partner is Dave Norris in yellow and black, and the two Kestrels, Andy Galvin in red and Paul Whittaker in blue. So Galvin and Whittaker against Standing and Norris, heat number 12, with the Kestrels finally 2 points ahead, 34 to 32 on the night. They go into the first bend. Dean Standing looks for the lead, but it's Andy Galvin who takes it as they go down the back straight. The Witches packing in second and third places at the moment. Dean Standing in second, Dave Norris is third, and Paul Whittaker at the back at the moment, but putting Dave Norris under some pressure. As a nasty crash there. The rider in white, Dean Standing, hits the fence, an almighty wallop, and the red lights come on immediately. So 3 riders for the second part of heat number 12. Dean Standing having hit the fence pretty hard down there. He looked okay. The fence seemed to have suffered a fair amount, but that's all been mended. And now we see Andy Galvin in red, Paul Whittaker in blue, and Dave Norris in yellow and black for part 2 of heat number 12. And the Kestrels make no mistakes there at shutting out the one remaining Witch. Andy Galvin in red in the lead with Paul Whittaker, his teammate, in second place. And Paul about to come under some pressure from Dave Norris, and surely this is a moment when the Kestrels could do with some team riding. Paul Whittaker still under pressure from Dave Norris. Andy Galvin in the lead with 1 lap to go. Norris once again looks for the inside line as Whittaker takes his customary wide outside line round the bends here at Hackney. And it's going to be 3 points therefore for Andy Galvin, with 2 for Paul Whittaker and 1 point for Dave Norris, and the first 5-1 of the season in favour of the HL1 Kestrels. We come to heat 13, and sitting down there on the outside line, the rider in yellow and black, Alan Moggeridge, his partner, who has disappeared for the moment, but is rapidly coming back to the tapes, the white helmet colour of Chris Louis. The two Kestrels this time around, Steve Schofield in red and Gary Tagg in blue. The points at the moment 39 to 33 on the night, and that means that just 8 points the difference over the 2 legs, with the Witches in front.